Welcome back to another Extra Time Football video, and we have our first team qualified for the round of 16th, as well as our first eliminated team in the knockout stages. South Africa, they fought to the very end. Yeah, they didn't put much of an attacking game, but they were playing on that defensive end the whole time. They were sitting back, waiting for the opportunities to counter. Unfortunate to concede there at the end. Eustáquio receives it, puts it down with his chest, and just slots that away from outside of the box. Great way to end the game for Canada, who were the ones that were, even though there wasn't too much offensive game to them today as I would have liked or would have hoped, they did have the clearer opportunities. They did have the better chances. They were clinical at the end, at the very, very end. And what a way to win it for them. What a way to start building momentum in the knockout stages. Not only qualifying to your first knockout stage ever in the World Cup, well, not just that, they also got their first win ever too in the group stages, but they already won their first knockout game as well. You know, that's something a lot of nations can't say that they've seen or witnessed. You know, me, myself, being a fan of Mexico, being of that descent, you know, seeing my nations fall time and time again in the knockout stages. It'll be interesting to see if we can finally get the first knockout wins, at least in my lifetime since I've been alive. But congrats to Canada on getting it. They were the better team, obviously. Eustáquio played great in midfield. Johnston on the right back position was doing really, really good on that flank, getting balls into position. A little bit of a weaker showing from Jonathan David. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I would have loved to see more from him today, but he didn't really get much to do. He didn't look as involved as he's normally been looking in the offense. And Canada had another goal line clearance in this game. I feel like that's the third or fourth one I've seen for Canada be denied by a defender on the goal line. So that itself is impressive too. Not many times do you see one team get so many goal line clearances like that against them, especially in such a short span of games. But it's been happening to them. Let's see if that luck will continue for the opposition going forward. But congrats to Canada on that win. South Africa, I do want to highlight a few players there. Mudau, the right back for them. Amazing game on that side. Completely neutralized that flank for Canada right there and just was making things impossible for them. The defender, Ocon, number 21. Great game. They said he was only 22 years old at such a young age. Him and Mbokasi, the 20-year-old that's going to Chicago Fire. These two guys in defense played a solid hell of a game right there. These two guys were, in my eyes, the best players on the field. Mudau, the right back, and the keeper. You take those four players away, this team would have crumbled really, really early on. Offensively, I saw nothing from the South Africa team. I couldn't even see their striker or main attackers get any shots going. Apollos, their number 7. He's the only one that I really saw trying to get any shots attempted. He was shooting from outside of the box a lot because I know they couldn't create anything going in. But he's the only one that I saw trying to make things happen on the offensive end. That defensive line for South Africa, though, impressive. They are a unit back there. They looked well organized. Unfortunate and gutted for them to see them lose at the very end. When everybody thought, including myself, you know, this game was going to go to extra time. I had mentioned that I saw Canada winning this one. But if it went to extra time, I didn't see them winning it there. I saw them winning it in penalties. I still saw them winning. I was not expecting that late game winner at this one. I really thought, you know what? It's already the end of the game. Both of these teams are just going to sit back, play for extra time, and then hope for the outcome there. But boy, was I wrong. Canada went for it. They got their win. They gambled a lot, too, by bringing on Alphonso Davies finally after coming back from that injury. And the game did start looking a little bit better offensively when he came on. You could tell he was really a difference maker, and he was making things happen for them today. So once again, you know, I want to congratulate Canada on making it out to the next round. You know, your first ever knockout win. Congrats on that. That's going to be a huge high for them. Wishing you guys the best of luck going forward in the tournament. South Africa, unfortunate to not win today. You guys played a good defensive game, reaching the knockout stages for the first time in your history. So hopefully we can see you back out here in the next tournaments. Congratulations to you guys again on making it this far. And in Canada, I wish you guys the best of luck going forward. If you did enjoy the video, though, I would really appreciate it if you can like and subscribe, as it does mean a lot for the channel. Hopefully, I get to catch you again on the next one.